Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hello and welcome to Crafty 2017. Today I decided to make an Eid card using a new idea that just popped into my head. So as you can see over here on the pictures, how vibrant and shiny it all looks. So let me get straight into how I did it. So the first picture you will see over here is of a floral image that I gold embossed, and what I'm doing here is I got this new paint set from a lady called Little Rainbow Moon. That's her Instagram address, and I'm just painting the image on the flower over here. As you will get to see eventually, the paint is quite shiny, and it's the shiny aspect of this paint that got my mind ticking with this idea of wanting to get a card made like this. It's actually turned out better than I imagined. What you can see over here, I did start off with a thin brush at first, but it just didn't work out, so I swapped it to a smaller, more manageable brush, let's say. And the video actually doesn't do justice to what I'm doing over here, because you can't really see the real niceness of the outcome of what's happening while I'm painting it, of course. So what I'm doing here, I'm just dipping in my brush onto the paint and painting the inner portions of the petal, and gradually using my water to smooth it out, thin it out towards the outer petal. So this process took a while, so on the video you'll see it happening really quickly, but this process actually takes a bit of time to do, but it's quite fun doing it when you're sitting down and you're doing it. It's quite relaxing and therapeutic, and the person that I am, I always like to find ways of having therapy when I'm doing a piece of watercolor like this, or any kind of work that I do. So that's how I was feeling. It was quite therapeutic and quite satisfying. So you can see the shining aspect of the flower here. As I said, the video isn't doing the quality, and I do apologize for the video getting blurred from time to time. I'm not quite sure why that happens, so still working on this. And what you'll see over here is I've moved to a new darker color, and I'm using that for the center of the flower. And knowing me and the way that I like my splashes, I went a bit bananas over here. So I did some splashes using the two colors. I didn't go to a different color because I stuck to the same watercolor, the color scheme. So I didn't move to a new color at all, because that would just imbalance the whole card. So I did some splashes and using those two colors. Now what I've done over here, before I did all of this, the next step, I dried it thoroughly using my heat tool. And what I'm doing here is I've got one of my shiny pens, and I'm just drawing some lines to give it some more background to what I think might be plain. I could have left it alone, but I just wanted to add that extra little bit texture to the background with the lines, and I actually quite like it. I've done some cards before where I've drawn lines, and it brings out the main feature of the card a bit better. And so yeah, once you'll see at the end of it that it's actually quite shiny, and it combines beautifully with the whole image, the whole floral image itself. What I've done over here is I've put some double-sided sticky tape on the back of my main feature, and I'm sticking it down to white cardstock because this is a card. And yeah, I've just glued it all down. I'm doing that properly, making sure I've sealed it thoroughly. And what I've done over here is I've already stamped and die cut my Eid sentiment. What this says is Eidun Saeedun. It's basically a greeting of like Happy Eid. and I just went over it with the same shiny pen just to give it a little extra little spark. And I've stuck it down with some foam pad, and I love my bling bling, so you can see some elements over here, embellishments I like to call them, to bring my card out a little bit more. And what I'm doing here is I'm using my glue to pop down some little dots randomly. There's no uniform to it, it's just random, and I'm sticking down some little shapes that are leftovers from recent Ramadan cards that I had made. So I don't chuck anything away. Anything that I see that has a potential to it, I keep them, and this is one of the ways that I like to use them, and I think it adds a beautiful element to the card. And what you can see over here, I'm going to actually get some of my little what are they called, little embellishments, little diamondy little stones. I've forgotten all the names now, it's gone all out of my mind, I do apologize. So I'm just gluing down little dots, again randomly, no uniform to it, and just to give it that final touch and spark, because this is a really bling bling sparkly card at the end of the day. So I'm just giving it that little extra oomph to it. And finally, on the back of my card, I like to stick down one of my Crafty stickers, and it is handmade with love. I loved making this card, as I do with everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Sharing lots of crafty love. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bye bye.